All right, so welcome to your practice with your palms on your lap. Just take the heads of your arm bones back until you feel your collarbones widen a little. And then either let your eyes steady to one spot in front of you or go ahead and let your eyes close. And just take a few clearing breaths here. So letting your day go. And clearing away any of the clutter in your mind so that you can truly arrive into your practice here and now. And then just take a moment to notice whatever parts of your body are touching down on the earth. And let those connections ground you. From that rooting, begin to rise up a little. So get a little lighter out of your waist. Just kind of feel for the center point where your head is balanced equally between your shoulders. And then keeping the stability of your lower body. On your next inhale, go ahead and sweep your arms wide out to the side. If your eyes were closed, you can keep them closed or go ahead and open them. Keep your left arm up. As you exhale, bring your right fingertips down onto the mat. Big breath, stretch up through your left arm. Stay rooted through your left sitting bone as you take a side stretch over towards the right. And then just be mindful that your torso isn't facing the earth, but yet you're spinning your right rib cage forward. And your right forearm, it may come down to the floor, but not at the expense of the sitting bone lifted. Keep the sitting bone anchored heavy to the floor, and either look underneath your left arm here, or wherever is most suitable for your neck. And if it's an option to you, grab a hold of the back of your head and lean your head back into your hand. And then think more to reach through your elbow. And take 2 more full breaths here. Staying rooted through your sit bones, draw your belly to your spine. And then when your next inhale arrives, come through center, reach both arms up. Exhale, left fingertips to the floor. Inhale, lengthen through your right side body, and then exhale, come over towards the left. So once again, prioritize the sitting bones rooting down equally. Spin your left rib cage forward. Your left forearm may or may not touch the earth. You can keep your right arm long or grab a hold of the back of your head and lean your head into your hand. And from your right sitting bone, feel for that big stretch through your whole right side body, all the way out through your right elbow if your arm is bent. And then can you get a little deeper into your breath? And then keeping your belly to your spine, inhale, come all the way back up through center, reach both arms up. And then as you exhale, draw your palms down the midline, both hands in front of you this time, and then begin to fold forward. And perhaps your forehead will meet your mat. Keeping both of your sitting bones anchoring down onto the floor with your palms, pretend like you want to push them down and forward as though you were in downward facing dog. Let your breath move into your outer hips for 1 more breath. And then keeping the flexion in your spine, on your next inhale, slowly roll all the way up. And then switch the crossing of your ankles. So the other one is in front, and then fold forward 1 more time here. And just notice how it might feel a little bit differently into your outer hips on this side. Two more big breaths here. Still being very generous with your breath. And then staying rooted through the sitting bones, belly to spine. Keep your chin to your chest. Inhale, slowly roll all the way up. This time keep the inhale going as your arms reach overhead. And then exhale, float your palms down the midline and to your heart. Drawing your intention to your heart center, take 1 more big breath to lift the heart here. Keep the lift of your heart. Exhale, release your palms to your lap. Lift your chin, flutter your eyes open, and then come around onto all fours. Curl your toes under to open up the soles of your feet. And then with your hands underneath your shoulders, start to draw some circles with your body around your wrists, keeping a connection through the inner hands. Start to bring a little bit of mobility into your wrists. And it doesn't matter which way you'll go, because in a few breaths we will switch. Just notice the range of motion that you have here as you start to warm up your wrists. Go ahead and move the other direction and see if the mobility changes. And so what I mean by that is like how much can you come over to the side, and then how far can you lean forward. And then after your next circle, come back to a neutral place and bring the tops of your hands to the floor. Fingers point towards your knees and then lean back. And for you, maybe it feels better for a little bit of dynamic movement, pulsing forward and back, or perhaps it feels better to be still. So you decide. Gently hug your belly in towards your spine and yearn your hips in the direction of your heels. And then keeping your toes curled under, you're going to sit onto your heels. Reach your arms in front of you, make fists with your hands, and then one more here, draw some circles with your wrists. Keep your arms strong and straight if you can, and then go ahead and go the other way. All right. And then from here, you're gonna open up your hands wide, turn your fingers down towards the floor, and then one more time, fingers towards your knees, and then lean back to stretch the underside of your forearm. Again, maybe slow, dynamic pulses, or being in stillness. I find that so much with all of the devices in our hands so much. It not only kind of kinks out the hands, but the wrists, and that trickle effect all the way, bringing tension into the forearms. All right, and then sit back onto your heels, shake out your wrists, and then find your hands to the floor. Come on into your first downward facing dog. And as you come into your first downward facing dog, take your stance so that you can see your feet hip distance apart. And like that first forward fold that you did seated, press the ridge of your palm forward and down so you can really lengthen your spine. And then think to lift your sitting bones up, widen them apart, and at the same time, allow your heels to descend to the floor. Keeping your belly drawing in and up. Smooth out your breath. Let your eyes be steady to one spot, maybe in between your feet or up towards your belly. And then can you get your body a little bit longer? So maybe the sitting bones can lift higher, and perhaps your heels can descend a little lower. 2 more big breaths here. Keeping your feet at the back of your mat, come onto your fingertips, and this will help to strengthen your wrists. And then on your fingertips, start to walk your hands towards your feet. Either your fingertips will remain on your sticky mat or palms to shins. And take an inhale, lift and lengthen halfway up. Exhale to fold forward. That one more time. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Press down into your feet. Inhale, rise to stand with your tailbone down as your heart and hands lift. Stay standing. Exhale, interlock your fingers at your lower back. Take an inhale, stretch your arms away from your body. And then exhale, hinge at your hips, bow forward, Uttanasana. You can bend your knees as much as you'd like here, but do let the weight shift forward into the knuckles of your toes and reach your arms up and overhead. Then you're welcome to stay at center, or go ahead and bend into your left knee, straighten your right leg as much as you can, and turn your torso open towards the right. And from the grounding of your right heel into the floor, pull the right hip back, and then see if you can lift your heart away from your belly, almost like you're finding a little bit of a back bend as you twist open towards the right. Keep your arms reaching away from your body. And then switch sides, come back through center, bend into your right knee, straighten your left leg to the best of your ability. Pull your left hip back as you ground deeply into your left foot, and then lift your heart away from your belly and turn a little deeper towards the left. Last cycle here. Keep the interlock of your fingers coming back through center. And then inhale, begin to rise all the way up to stand. Keep your inhale going, interlock your fingers overhead, full stretch, reach up. And then exhale, come down to the right. So almost like that seated stretch we did at the beginning, spin your right rib cage forward so that the whole front of your body is facing forward. Lift your chin away from your chest. And with your arms strong and straight, contract a little more into your right side body to open up through the left. And maybe your right arm will pull your left arm down a little more. Keep breathing. And then inhale, rise through center, stand a little taller. Exhale, come down towards the left. And on this side, so there's a real tendency for the torso to kind of spin forward, but for today, keep the left rib cage spinning forward so that the whole front of your body is facing towards the front of your mat. Straighten your arms, chin lifting away from your chest, and deepen your breath. Maybe your left arm is pulling your right arm further over towards the side. And then belly to spine, inhale, rise through center, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, breathe in. Walk your hands forward to plank pose, breathe out. Pull your hands towards your toes, take a deep breath in. Lower all the way to your belly, breathe out. Bring the tops of your feet to the floor, fingertips go wide. Inhale, rise to cobra pose. Exhale, roll all the way down, so we'll flow here. Follow your breath, inhale as you rise up. Take your shoulders back, your ears back. Exhale, let your heart lead the way as you roll all the way down. Keep your belly to your spine, full bright breath in to rise up. And full deep breath out to lower down. Once more. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. At the bottom of your breath, plant your palms beside your rib cage, curl your toes under, roll your shoulders down your back, take a deep inhale, straighten your arms to plank as you exhale. Full inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back. Easy breath in. Smooth breath out. Take 2 more cycles like that. Once again, getting as long as you can in the shape of your body. And as long as you can in the shape of your breath. All right, so from here, press into your left foot. Inhale, take your right leg nice and high. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose and pause. Look forward on your breath in. Step forward, breathe out, and lower your back knee down. Take a deep inhale, reach both arms all the way up into Anjaneyasana. Keep your chest lifting as you exhale. Interlock your fingers at your lower back with your right thumb on top, and then start to slide the knuckles of your hands down the back of your left thigh. So really work the tailbone down here to stabilize the lumbar spine. Keep the belly drawing in, and then keep your chin drawing back, so that as you move into this gentle first back bend, on our feet, not on our belly, that the back of your neck is just as long as the front of your throat. Anchor deeply into your right heel and pull your right hip back. And then with your inner thighs hugging into the midline, on your next inhale, reach both arms all the way up. Back toes stay curled under. Exhale, lift your back knee and swoosh your arm bones behind you, look forward. Then just the arms move. Inhale, reach both arms alongside your ears, and then stay here for a few breaths as you exhale, grounding deeply into your feet. So if you need more support, go ahead and bring your left knee down towards the floor. And keep rooting your tailbone down, pull your belly in, and feel for the length from your left toes along your side body all the way up through your fingertips. Take one more full deep breath in. Stay for the breath out. Crescent pose. Inhale, come all the way up, big stretch. Exhale, bring your fingertips to frame your right foot. Step your left foot to meet your right foot and fold forward, let it go. Halfway lift is your inhale. Fold back into yourself, exhale. Rise up, inhale, reach your arms up, interlock your fingers, Shiva Mudra, stretch up. Exhale, come down to the left. Inhale, rise through center, grow taller. Exhale, come down to the right. Little deeper. Inhale, rise through center, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale. Step to change my mind from here. Plant your hands and step only your left leg back. Draw your right knee to your chest. Here we go. Keep your shoulders forward. Just your right leg and your breath are gonna move. Inhale, send your right leg back. Exhale, tuck your right upper arm. Squeeze in, go slow. Inhale, leg goes back. Exhale to your left upper arm. Inhale, leg goes back. Get one more chance each side. Exhale to your right upper arm. Inhale, leg goes back. Be expansive with your breath. Exhale over to your left upper arm as high as you can go. Inhale, send your leg back, look forward. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Once you're down, place the tops of your feet. Palms stay beside your rib cage. Inhale, lift your chest using just the strength of your back. Exhale, lower down halfway. We'll flow here. Inhale to rise, curl the heart up. Halfway down, exhale. Keep your legs reaching back. 2 more. Breathe in. Halfway down, breathe out. Last one. Inhale to rise. Pause here. Stay here or exhale. The legs go up. Full breath in and slow breath out. Hug your elbows together and slide your shoulders down your back. Keep your chest lifting. One more full inhale. Lift everything up. Only the tops of your feet come down as you exhale. Either stay there or inhale. Lift your chest into up dog. Downward facing dog is your exhale. Smooth breath in. Easy breath out. Other side, left leg high, breathe in. Knee to nose, breathe out. Pause here. Look forward on your breath in. Step forward, breathe out. Lower your back knee down, keep the toes curled under. Inhale, rise on Vinyasa. Then as you exhale, interlock your fingers now with your left thumb on top. Anchor the tailbone down and then begin to slide your hands down the back of your right leg. Draw your chin back. And as you feel the bottom tips of your shoulder blades move forward, this will help to buoy the heart up, and then the heads of the arm bones keep moving back. Let your breath move deeply into your upper chest, and then soften into your forehead. Relax the jaw. 2 more cycles. Keep the inner thighs hugging to the midline. On your next inhale, take both arms all the way up alongside your ears. Exhale, lift your back knee, float your torso above your thigh, reach your arm bones back, look forward. Then just the arms move. Inhale, stretch your arms alongside your ears. Keep pulling your belly off of your thigh. And once again, as you lift your right heel on top of your toes, feel for that long line through your whole body, all the way to your fingertips. So do lift your arms right alongside your ears. One more full deep inhale. Stay for the exhale. Keep the depth of your lunge. Inhale, rise to crescent pose. Reach both arms up. Exhale, fingertips frame your front foot. Bring your right foot to meet your left foot. Fold forward and let it go. Halfway lift, inhale. Bow into yourself, exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up. Shiva Mudra, interlace your fingers, full stretch. Come down to the right as you exhale. Little deeper, arms stay straight. Inhale, rise through center, grow tall. Exhale, come down to the left. Inhale, rise through center. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, let it go. Halfway lift is your inhale, pause. Plant your hands, step your right foot back. Hug your left knee to your chest. Shoulders stay forward, inhale, left leg back. Exhale, tap your left upper arm. Inhale, leg goes back, so you're in plank pose the whole time. Exhale, left knee to right upper arm. Inhale, leg goes back. Exhale to the left upper arm as high as you can go. Then inhale, leg goes back last time. Exhale to your right upper arm a little bit higher than before. Inhale, leg goes back, look forward. Exhale, chaturanga or to your belly. Then 2 feet down, inhale, cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog is your exhale, and pause. 3 breaths here. Or if you prefer child's pose, bring your knees to the earth, hips to heels, and forehead down. Wherever you are, smooth and steady the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. If you're in child's pose, feel free to join us in downward facing dog. Press into your left foot. Inhale, take your right leg high. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose 1 time. Inhale to a 3-legged dog. Exhale, roll your hips open, bend deeply into your right knee. Squeeze right heel to right hip. Inhale, square your hips, right leg long. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose and pause. Look forward on your right in. Step forward, breathe out. Send your back foot to the floor. Inhale, rise to warrior 2. All right, so as you find your first warrior 2 here, take as much space as you can between your feet, so long as you can keep the outer edge of your back foot to the floor, and stretch your arms nice and wide. Flip your palms to the sky. Inhale, reach your arms up, and as you do so, you're gonna take a little butterfly mudra. Hook your right thumb on top of your left, and you're gonna use your thumbs to lift yourself up out of your waist, but keep the shoulders drawing down the back. Now lunge a little deeper, intend for your right thigh to be parallel to the floor. Inhale, stretch up, and then exhale, arc back into exalted warrior. So if it's too much with your thumbs connected, please feel free to bring your left hand to your back thigh, but keep reaching actively through your right fingertips, and there's a little bit of weight into your back hand. If your thumbs are hooked, keep your arms strong and straight, and kind of like that standing side bend, feel for the contraction into your left side to open up through your whole right side body. Smooth breath, 1 more cycle. Your right knee will stay bent. Inhale, rise through center. Exhale, open up your arms. Reach forward as you inhale, then pull your right hip back as you exhale and open it up to triangle pose. So either palm to shin or hand on the outside of your right leg, with or without your block. And then as you press down into your feet, let the muscles of your legs squeeze strong onto the bones of your legs. Then lean back. Inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky. And then exhale, take it alongside your ear, stretch your left fingertips forward so you feel that really big opening into your entire left side body. And then just let your eyes focus to wherever it feels supportive for your neck. So if looking underneath your arm it isn't being helpful, then look to the side or down to the floor. 2 more cycles here. Stay connected down through the inner right foot. And then keeping the shape of your lower legs. On your next inhale, take your left arm up to the sky, look to the floor, then shift the weight onto your right foot, take your block with you if you've got it for half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Spread your left toes wide and lift your left leg up as high as it'll go. Smooth breath in. Easy breath out. You're welcome to stay here. To add 1 more layer, you're gonna reach up a little more with your left fingertips so that your right fingertips get lighter or maybe even they float. But for today, keep your arms nice and long, your legs long, and your breath long. And with a little softness in your right knee, keep squeezing the muscles of your legs strong onto the bone. All right, so if your right fingertips are floating, bring them back to the floor. Keep your left leg lifted. Lower your left fingertips to the floor and then square off your hips, or you can always use your blocks there. Take a deep inhale breath, look forward. Then belly to spine, anchor your tailbone down, and then start to float. Your arms behind you for airplane pose. Hug your shoulder blades together and spin your left inner thigh to the sky. Take 2 more breaths here. Once again, a little softness in your right knee. Anchoring your tailbone down so you're tapping into the strength of your center. Then from here, crescent pose. Bend into your right leg, take a big step back. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, chaturanga, plant your palms, step back and lower. Inhale to your back bend cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause here. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Left leg high, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale, round and make the connection. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, roll your hips open, bend deeply into your left knee. Inhale, square your hips. Exhale, knee to nose, pause. Look forward on your breath in, step forward, breathe out, spin your back foot to the floor, and then from that grounding into your feet, inhale, rise, Virabhadrasana 2. All right, so once again, take a moment to establish the foundation for the feet, because that's what we're gonna use for the next few poses. Flip your palms to the sky. Then inhale, reach up. This time your left thumb will hook on top of your right and reach up. Pause here, bend deeper into your front leg, exhale. Then one more inhale, really pull yourself up out of your waist. And then exhale, begin to arc back into your version of exalted warrior. So breathing here, or maybe your right hand will come to your back thigh very lightly. Or keeping your belly drawing in, using the strength of your core to expand your left side body. Wherever you are, smooth out the breath. 2 more cycles. Keep rooting evenly and equally through both of your feet. Then keep your thumbs hooked. Inhale, rise through center. Exhale, open up your arms, warrior 2. Inhale, reach forward. Keep the length of your side body as you pull your left hip back and open it up to triangle pose. Pause here. So going from the ground up, press through the 4 corners of your feet. Squeeze the muscles of your legs strong and then lean back. Full inhale, right arm reaches up, and then exhale, sweep your right arm alongside your ear. So stay in the pose for just a moment. I just want to break down a little bit with your left shoulder, the hand that might be on your shin, the floor, or your block. Just make sure that it's not kind of rolling forward like I'm showing here, but that you're rolling your shoulder into your upper back so that you really feel your upper arm bone plug into your body, and that'll give you a little bit more space around the neck and shoulders. And then add a little more breath. Press through the mound of your left big toe. Inhale, reach your right arm to the sky. Look to the floor as you exhale, and then make your way into Ardha Chandrasana with or without your block. Keeping your arms and legs long and strong. Actively spread your right toes and lift your right leg high. Breathing here, or maybe reach up a little more with your right fingertips. So maybe your left fingertips will get lighter, lighter, and maybe float. Or maybe not, it's all good. And from the connection of your left big toe pressing into the floor. Squeeze the muscles of your left leg strong as you keep a little softness into your left knee. Eyes are steady. The breath is smooth. All right, so if your left fingertips are off the floor, bring them back down. Keep your right leg lifted. Lower your right fingertips to the floor or hands to your blocks so that you can square your hips to the earth. Then deep inhale, look forward. From here, think to root your tailbone to the floor so it helps you connect to your core. With a micro bend into your left knee, start to stretch your arms for the back wall, airplane pose. Spin your right inner thigh to the sky. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Smooth breath in and easy breath out. From here, one more big inhale. Start to bend into your left leg. Take a big step back. Exhale, crescent pose. Inhale, arms reach up. And then exhale, plant your palms. Step back, maybe hover your left foot as you lower halfway or all the way. Then 2 feet down, inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a moment of pause here, 3 breaths or child's pose. One more cycle. All right, so from here, in your downward facing dog, take an inhale, stretch your right leg up behind you, listen carefully. Exhale, step your right foot outside your right hand, then step your left foot outside your left hand, so you're in a little bit of a wider stance for Malasana. Start to let your hips lower, And then bring your hands to heart center. Draw your shoulders back. So from here, option 1 is to stay. Option 2, cuddle your right shoulder to the inner knee as you plant your hand, and really do press your arm bone into your upper thigh, and then inhale, stretch your left arm to the sky. Smooth breath. See if you can get a little bit more generous with your breath here. Arms stay nice and long today. One more full deep inhale. Then as you exhale, right away, go to the other side, cuddle your left shoulder to the inner knee. Once you plant your hand down, it's kind of like in triangle pose. Roll your shoulder into your upper back, and then inhale, stretch your right arm to the sky. So big side body stretch. Take one more big inhale. Come back through center as you exhale, hands to heart. Big breath in. Fingertips to the floor as you breathe out. Lift your hips and then parallel your feet. Either fingertips on your sticky mat or palms to shins. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and then exhale to fold. So I'm going to give you a few options for this forward fold. You can hang exactly here. Perhaps grab a hold of opposite elbows. Or for a deeper fold, you're going to reach your arms around the outsides of your legs. And then bring your palms into Anjali Mudra and then through your legs. Then your right hand will come to left shin, so your forearms will cross. Left hand to right shin, and then begin to extend your legs and fold yourself in. So you're just holding yourself here in this forward fold. Let the weight shift forward into the knuckles of your toes. Lift your sitting bones up and widen them apart. Then pull your belly in and deepen your fold. No tension in the neck, maybe even wobble your head a little bit, yes and no. And breathing as deeply as you can. One more cycle. So wherever your arms are, go ahead and release them, palms to shins or fingertips to the floor. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold. Press down into your feet. Inhale, rise to stand. Interlace your fingers, Shiva Mudra, reach up. Exhale, come down to the left. Maybe a little deeper this time. Inhale, rise through center, grow tall. Exhale, come down to the right. Inhale, rise through center, full stretch, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, let it go. Halfway lift is your inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, both legs go back, lower halfway or all the way. Then inhale to lift your chest. Exhale to lift your hips. Just 2 cycles of your breath here. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. One more like that. Inhale, rise to your toes. Bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. This time bring your big toes to touch and fold in. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold into yourself, exhale. Bend your knees deeply, inhale, chair pose. Let the weight come into your heels. Keep your ribcage to your thighs, reach your arm bones behind you, look forward. Then like in that lunge, inhale, just the arms move, reach your arms alongside your ears. Option 1, stay here, or exhale, lift your heels and lower your hips, option 2. Smooth breath. Option 3, open up your knees, plant your hands to the floor, Bakasana crow pose. Gather the elbows and lean forward and look forward. Once your heels start to lift, squeeze them up towards your hips. Smooth breath. So for my friends, if you're on your feet, think to lower your hips a little more and lift your heels higher. If you're in crow pose, keep looking forward. For my friends on your feet, on your next exhale, fold forward. Then everybody inhale, look forward. Chaturanga is your exhale. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale to lift your hips. Take a pause in downward facing dog, feet hip distance apart. And then from here, rise to your fingertips like you did at the beginning of the practice and start to walk your hands towards your feet. Once you're there, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, bend your knees, Utkatasana chair pose. Just like you did before, exhale, ribcage to your thigh, arm bones swoosh back. Then on your next inhale, rise to stand. Bring your left knee into your chest. So your right foot is on your sticky mat. Exhale, right hand to hip. Left hand to your left knee. Ooh, it's a little windy in here today. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, holding onto your left knee, or peace fingers and thumb, grab a hold of your big toe and send your leg forward. Then start to take your leg out to the side, whether your leg is bent or straight. And then go ahead and reach your right arm out to the side. Draw your shoulders down your back. Smooth breath in and easy breath out. Keep squeezing the outer right hip in towards the midline. That's it. You're gonna keep your left leg out to the side, then start to bend your leg, tree pose. Plant the sole of your left foot to your upper inner thigh, and then reach your left arm out to shoulder height. Once again, draw your shoulder blades down your back and together, and then from your heart, stretch out your arms beyond your fingertips. Stay connected through the inner right foot. Turn your palms to the sky. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands down the midline. Inhale, draw your left knee forward up into your chest. Exhale, kick your leg forward. Take a deep inhale and then pass through warrior 3 as you exhale. Take a moment to pause there. Very windy in here today. Take an inhale and then fold all the way forward as you exhale. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Inhale, lift your chest, keep your left leg up behind you. Exhale, walk your hands forward into a 3-legged dog. Deep inhale, the left leg reaches up. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Look forward on your inhale, step forward, exhale, crescent pose. Deep inhale to rise all the way up. Exhale, twist to the left, bring your right upper arm to the outer thigh and hands come to heart. If you need more support, go ahead and bring your right knee down to the mat. But lift your chest so that your thumbs are right at heart center. Pull your left hip back. And with every inhale, think to lengthen the crown of your head forward. And then exhale, spin open towards the left. One more deep inhale. Twist as you exhale, crescent pose. Inhale, unravel, reach both arms all the way up, full stretch. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Step your right foot to meet your left foot, big toes touch, and fold forward. Bend your knees, inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, squeeze your arm bones behind you, look forward. Either stay here or inhale, arms reach alongside your ears. Stay there or exhale, lift your heels and lower your hips. Breathing here, or you guessed it, Bakasana. Plant the hands to the earth, knees into the upper arms, and then squeeze the heels up. Wherever you're at, belly to spine. If you're in crow pose, keep looking forward. For my friends on your feet, exhale to fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lift your hips. From your downward facing dog, rise onto your fingertips. Walk your fingers all the way back towards your toes and fold in. Halfway lift, inhale. Bow into yourself, exhale. Bend your knees, inhale, chair pose, reach up. Knees stay bent, switch your arm bones behind you, rib cage to your thigh. Then inhale, rise to stand, draw your right knee to your chest. And then from here, exhale, hands come down the midline. Either take your left hand onto your hip with your right hand on the knee, or peace fingers and thumb hook onto your right big toe. And then, once you're stable, the leg goes forward, and then open to the side. Firm the outer left hip in, and then to help you balance, maybe take your left arm out to the side. Draw your shoulders down your back. Steady your eyes, smooth your breath. And I know it takes quite a bit of effort to hold this shape, but can you also bring a little more ease? And maybe that sense of ease is in the flow of your breath or maybe in the quality of your eyes. Tree pose. Bring your right foot to your left upper thigh. Reach your right arm out to the side. Hug the shoulder blades together. Keep the front ribs drawing in. Palms face up today. And really spread your fingers wide to create space in your hands. A little softness in your left knee. One more cycle here. On your next inhale, reach up, grow a little taller. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Then inhale your right knee up into your chest. Exhale, kick your leg forward. Deep inhale, and then warrior three as you exhale. Feel for the length from your shoulders to your right heel. And then begin to fold all the way down. Once you're down, fingertips to the floor. Inhale, lift your chest, your right leg will stay lifted. Walk your hands forward to your three-pointed downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Knee to nose, exhale, pause. Look forward on your breath in. Step forward, breathe out, rise to crescent pose. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, twist over towards the right. So bring your upper arm to the outer thigh, and then hands lift right to your heart center. Keep your back leg long with your heel on top of your toes, kind of like that half crescent pose we did at the beginning. Let your breath move into your side and into your back body. That's it, one more cycle, you got it. Inner thighs hugging to the midline. Keep the depth of your lunge. Inhale, unravel, reach up, crescent pose. Exhale, bring your fingertips to frame your right foot. Step your left foot to meet your right foot. Big toes touch and fold in. Halfway lift, inhale. Bow forward, exhale. Bend your knees, last time like this. Reach up, chair pose, weight in your heels. Exhale, ribcage to your thighs, push your arm bones back, look forward. Then just the arms, inhale alongside your ears. Exhale, lift your heels, lower your hips. Breathing and balancing there, or Bakasana, last time. Looking forward, belly to spine wherever you're at. For my friends on your feet, on your next exhale, fold forward. Everybody take a deep inhale, look forward. Chaturanga is your exhale. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a moment of pause here. Full breath in. Smooth breath out. One more cycle like that. From your downward facing dog, on your next inhale, rise onto your tippy toes. Exhale, bring your knees to the floor. Cross your ankles and have a seat. Take the legs forward. All right, so from here, bend your knees so that your feet are about hip distance apart, and take your hands behind you about 6 inches or so. Bring your chin into your chest, and then lean back. Gather your elbows in, and then inhale, lift your hips, reverse tabletop. Smooth breath. If it's all right for your neck, go ahead and let your eyes reach up towards the sky. Feel for a long line from your shoulders to your knees, and as you stand down into your heels, pull your heels towards your fingertips. Take one more big breath, lift your hips a little higher. And then exhale, lower your hips down. Once they touch, then draw your head forward, and then extend your legs forward. So with your feet, we're gonna take Paschimottanasana. Your feet can be hip distance apart or together, you decide. But with your fingertips behind you or beside you, walk your right hip back 1 step, and then your left hip back, and that will just widen the sitting bones apart. Then inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, hinge at your hips like you've done so many times, and begin to fold. So you might have your hands resting on your shins. You might be resting your hands to your feet. And for those of you with really open hamstrings, you might want to take a block onto the soles of your feet so that you make your legs a little bit longer. And then also too, it'll keep your feet flexed so that also the lower legs benefit from the opening, not just the hamstrings. If you want to take this a little more passive, you can have your hands facing up beside you and just bow in. With every inhale, grow your spine a little longer. And then exhale, can you soften into yourself a little deeper? We're going to stay nice and close to the floor for the rest of the practice. So I really invite you to explore what's happening within you. And let your breath move to wherever it's most needed within. 3 more breaths here. Last cycle. And on your next inhale, begin to lift your chest. And then exhale to release. If you had a block there, you can just set it off to the side. From here, keep your left leg long. Bend your right knee into your chest. And then step your right foot over your left leg. Option 1, keep your left leg long. Option 2, bend your leg so that your heel comes beside your hip, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Bring your right fingertips behind you. Inhale, reach your left arm up. And then exhale, either give your knee a hug or bring your upper arm to your outer thigh. Draw your shoulders down your back. Inhale, lift your chest. And then exhale, begin to revolve to the right. And if your upper arm was on the outer thigh, perhaps bring your hand to your heart and buoy the heart into the hand and keep twisting, twisting, twisting. With every inhale, can you lift your heart up a little bit higher? And then on your exhale, twist a little bit deeper. With your chin parallel to the floor, take one more big inhale. Twist deeper, exhale. And then inhale, come back through center. And then from here, well, however you've got your left leg, you're gonna keep it, but then stack your right knee on top for Gomukhasana. So it might look something like this, or if you have your bottom leg straight, it will look like this. Then fingers forward, big breath, fold forward as you exhale. And if you are bowing forward, take both of your hands forward like that first seated forward fold at the beginning. Press your palms forward and down so your hips root back and down. And then feel free to let your spine round and let your head be heavy. Just notice if you're holding your shoulders up by the ears, and can you relax them down? Let your forehead be soft. And just breathe through all the sensations. So especially when we hold these deeper, kind of more opening postures, if you will. And sometimes they can get a little bit intense. And so it's really an opportunity to invite the breath in. And some people really love these outer hip openers, and others maybe not so much. But I think perhaps across the board, generalizing here, that they're not so comfortable. But I invite you to use your breath to help you get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because that happens sometimes, both on and off the mat. Nothing lasts forever, just 3 more breaths here. Stay with it. Use your breath. And let your next exhale, be longer than the last one. And then very slowly on your next inhale, roll all the way up. Bring your fingertips behind you, lean back and unravel your legs, take them forward. So I'm gonna take one more reverse tabletop pose. You can have your knees bent like before, or keep your legs straight but together. Then lean back, chin to chest, and then inhale, start to puff up from your heart. And you're welcome to stay here or lift your hips, reach your toes to your mat, and find a long line from your shoulders to your toes. Maybe take your gaze up towards the sky. Lift your hips. Press down into your heels, pull them towards your fingertips. One more full inhale, lift everything up. And then stay right here for your exhale. It's just one more half breath. Inhale, lift everything up a little higher. And then exhale, hips come down. Then sit up nice and tall if your knees were bent, send your legs forward. Keep your right leg long, bend your left knee into your chest and step it over. Either stay there or bend your right heel beside your hip. Ardha Matsyendrasana, left fingertips behind you. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, give your knee a hug or take the upper arm to the outer thigh. Draw your shoulders back. Then big inhale, lift your heart. Revolve to the left as you exhale. With every inhale, sit tall. And on the exhale, twist deeper, really pull your belly in and empty, empty, empty. Letting your breath move into your side and into your back body. Two more breaths. And then you're going to keep your legs as you have them. On your next inhale, unravel, come back to center. Stack your left knee on top of your right, both sitting bones to the floor. Fingers forward, big breath, and then bow forward one more time. And so similar to when you took that first seated forward fold at the beginning, when we had changed the crossing of our shins, as we changed the crossing of our thighs now. Once again, just notice how each side might feel a little bit different. See if you can relax a little bit more through your upper body here. Soften into your forehead. And as you kind of wiggle your way into this outer hip opener, just meet yourself exactly where you are. Letting your breath and gravity do the work here for you. So more ease than effort. But perhaps it might require a little bit more effort for the mind to be right here, right now. See if you can deepen your breath. And just a few more cycles. Last two breaths. And let your next exhale be longer than the last one. And then very slowly inhale, begin to unravel, come all the way up. Fingertips beside you, lean back, send your legs forward. This time, just give your feet a little flop. And then have your heels near to the front of your mat. If you do have a block near you, have it just beside your hips. You're gonna sit on your hands, so fingers pointing in the direction of your heels. Lean back, gather your elbows in, chin to chest. And then from here, your chin will stay to chest. Forearms come down onto the earth. You're welcome to stay here or very lightly bring the crown of your head to the floor for fish pose. With your mouth closed, breathe deeply through your nose. Imagine like there's a string attached on your breastbone, lifting you up. And when your next exhale arrives, bring your chin to your chest, lie on your back, and remove your hands from underneath you, and then step your feet to the floor. So a few options to close your practice. You can take Supta Baddha Konasana, allowing the soles of your feet to meet, or if you have a block, I'm going to suggest you come into a supported back bend. So you can take your block on any height that you would like, lifting your hips and placing your block right onto your sacrum, and then allowing your palms to face up, chin lifting away from your chest. And then you can decide if it's best for you to keep your feet on the floor or perhaps to send one leg or both legs forward. So let this final shape be one where your whole body can rest and release down onto the earth, where you can kind of cuddle right in and be still. And then once you arrive into your final shape, I invite you to close your eyes. And then begin to relax any expression you may be holding in your face. Relax your jaw. And even let your tongue move away from the roof of your mouth. Let your shoulders and your hips be heavy. Holding no tension in your arms or in your legs. And let your belly be soft so that your breath can move freely in and out of your body. And if the pose that you've chosen does not serve your body, feel free to unravel your body into Shavasana. Whole body, whole being, resting and releasing. Deep breath in. If you are on a block, gently lift your hips and remove the block. If your knees were wide, very gently bring them back up to center. And then everybody hug your knees into your chest and give yourself a little squeeze or gently rock from side to side. And if you can, keep your eyes closed and slowly make your way to a tall seat, just as you started. Sitting cross-legged with your palms in your lap. Once again, feeling for the length of your spine and the center point as you balance your head above your heart. Take one more full inhale, sit tall. Exhale, fold your hands at your heart center and gently bow your head in. Thank you so much for your presence and your practice. From my heart to yours, namaste.